What is going on, guys? Canadian Body Slammer back. We're on episode 2 of MYGM on the road to the King and the Queen of the Ring PLE. Let's get into it. Extreme difficulty. We've yet to make an episode. Uh we gotta run an Extreme Rules match for Triple H for Scouted, which I mean, in my opinion, we don't really need all that well. 10 tag team matches. That should be easy enough for us. Spend $1 million or more on the show for Veto Champ, which that one's nice to have. Might be a little more tricky on that one. Resolve 5 rivalries. That's pretty easy. 5 contracts of superstars. We might do. We might not. Uh, Match types on extreme difficulty. Little harder to build, but we should be able to do that for the To the Moon card. Rising Stars is easy enough. And then the family dinner's fairly easy. And then the 5 promises. Hopefully we can get the To the Moon cards and the Get Schooled XP. Those will be nice to have. And I think we start off the show with an Extreme Rules tag team match with our boys Hank and Tank. And let's see. I think we use the Creed brothers. I think that's what's going to start. We're going to do a title match for the belt, and we'll see how that goes. Our main event, I feel like Cope and Fatu should potentially be our main event scene. Maybe. Yeah. We could try that. Let's try Fatu and Cope. We're gonna leave it off. Let's do a title match. Hopefully get a rivalry going. The females. Let's run a fatal 4-way for the females. Let's see how this goes. Oh yes, we wanted to turn. Let's run a triple threat. We wanted to turn Tony Storm. And who else was it? I feel like it might have been Britt. Maybe we won't run a triple threat. We gotta run some role changes with the ladies. And Storm. Oops, not call out, sorry. Storm and I think Britt. Yeah, let's run Britt as our other one. And we also wanted to change, I think a class change on Scarlet was what we were going with. So our ladies are going to cost us some money. That's no big deal. We need to run a triple threat match. We could probably do... Let's run Dragon Lee, Omos, and I'll put Tony D in the triple threat match. See if we can get anything cooking up there. A fatal 4-way with... Did I put... Oh, no. Didn't even realize Chad Gable was taken instead of Brutus. There we go. That fixes that up. Let's run a fatal 4-way between... Let's do Eric. Let's do JD McDonough. Chad Gable. I want these two to get into a feud, so we're going to put Oba there. Let's go call out and call out that way. So Uncle Howdy's going to call out Sean Spears. And our last match. So we got everything. So Maurice and Indy, which I feel like we might have to. Tyrese Halliburton. I did not realize he was going to be a level 0. And I feel like we could sign him. I know basketball guys aren't really the biggest thing. Oh, his mic skills are 1 out of 5. That kind of blows. Let's go to the established stars. Kiana James is there. Solo's there too. Solo and Fatu could be a tag team. Let's get Kiana. We'll sign her to the 5 weeks. just to have the extra lady. And Solo could be an extra help too. So we're gonna sign. No, we're gonna wait on Solo. Let's wait on Solo. Let's get our first show in the books. It's not gonna be the greatest on that match, but at least it's a filler. And let's run with that. Let's see how that goes. Let's see. Hank and Tank keep their belts. That's what I was hoping for. Unfortunately, no rivalry. That works. This triple threat, Dragon Lee takes it. 2-star match. Definitely not the greatest. Hopefully this fatal 4-way is not too bad. Oba wins and another 2-star match. It's always hard to get your matches started right at the get-go. This match, I don't expect anything fancy off that. Yeah, I figured. And no rivalry starts. Unfortunate. And fought 2 and Cope for our belt. And Cope wins and keeps his belt and a 3.5 star. That's nice to see. We'll skip the rest of the shows. Hopefully they have worse and we can start with the early lead. You know, all main event we all finish the same, not too bad. Not too shabby. Not too bad of a first thing. Tank and Hank work really well together as a tag team, so that's nice to see. 27,000 fans. And we apparently did the worst. Unfortunate. Raw really took a big step in week 1, but that is okay. James used all the tricks in the book. Alright. So Britt wants to help Indy out with a run-in. Let's make that happen because we would like to keep them happy. Let's see. Let's keep Brutus out. I don't feel like paying anything right now or letting him go. So Britt. So let's make this a normal start. Unfortunately, did not really want to do this match at all. But we will do that again just to keep Britt happy. Let's run a tag team match again. Hopefully against... Let's run Julius. I'll run Mr. Gable. Hopefully that keeps something going there. Hopefully that doesn't start. Uncle Howdy and Spears did not have anything start off. It's hard. Let's just run a tables match. Hopefully that gets something cooking. We hope. A triple threat match. I think we can run Maurice, Tony, Scarlett. That should be a decent match, hopefully in the books. And let's run a fatal 4-way. Once we're done getting that card, I'm not too worried. Oh, Cope has both belts, and I did not realize that. Interesting. That's because he has a tag team belt too, right? Well then, interesting to see. Let's run. We run the same match again. Yeah, Cruiser, Eric Rowan. I guess we can put. Have 2 Giants, 2 Cruisers in the match. Let's do a call out with Fought 2. Hopefully that gets that going. Let's do a call out. Hopefully Oba that works. And maybe just a couple self. Actually, let's do a charity event with Fought 2. See if that goes anywhere. $31,000. Do not put Cope in a match. Didn't even realize we needed that, but we'll take it because it's an injury card. So hopefully that works. Let's try this show out. See how this goes. $31,000. Not too bad. Just the normal tag team. Hank and Tank win again. Starts with Creed and Gable, which hopefully was only going to be the Creed brothers, but it was not. So that's unfortunate. Indy wins her match and another one-star dull match. But we kept Britt happy. Oba and Gable go to rivalry number 2 out of 4. That was only 1.5-star match. That is super unfortunate. Our fatal 4-way. Let's see. Omos takes it in a 2-star match. Another only 3,000 fans. That's not as much as I was hoping for. But it is what it is, unfortunately, in a 2-star match. And definitely not the greatest week. Not the greatest week at all. Let's go. Let's finish these off. So we definitely had an unfortunate week. It is what it is. 23,000 fans is not too bad. We're definitely last place though. Definitely gotta work on those fans. So yeah, let's go to week number 3. Britt Baker's happy. Kiana is not happy. So we're gonna promise her a fight against Britt. So that could be a match right off the get-go. Hopefully that starts something there. They want Tank to cut a promo for Get Schooled. We're definitely going to let Tank run a promo then. Maybe let Hank run a promo too, being our tag team champions. We got one more week till our go home show, so we definitely got to get some titles going. And I think we might run a triple threat. I think we're going to toss in Tony D. And we're going to let them run a little thing out there. So, tag teams. Do we run? Oh, it's hard to say who we want to run on the tag teams. Just to try to get something in there. Could run the Creed brothers against someone. Maybe, we hope. So let's put them up against Eric Rowan and Dragon Lee. Let's see if that tag team works out. We won't make that our main event for sure, though. So, Tony and Maurice in a normal match. Might move that there. We have the tag team, so a fatal 4-way again for the men's. Our men seem to have the same guys constantly in the match. So let's run. Yeah, let's run this. We got a lot of pissed off guys, unfortunately, already. So, gotta work on that. Actually, we need some call-outs. Do we have anyone? Dragon Lee, Chad Gable. Let's run these then, and hopefully these work out. Mike's skills is definitely more important than what we think. So let's run that. See how this goes. Hopefully Cope loses one of the belts. Fatu wins. There we are in a 3.5-star match. A lovely way to start this week off. Let's see. Britt and Kiana. Kiana wins in a 1.5-star match, but starts a rivalry, so that's nice to see. Let's see if American Made takes on the others. The American Made wins in a 2-star match. Definitely not the best. Omos and Dragon Lee's rivalry continues to grow. That's great. Maurice beats Tony Storm in a 2-star match. We need to get at least, it'd be nice to see 3-star matches, but might have to start spending some more money and get out of the basic $0 matches and hope for something else. So it's our go home show this week. So let's see what we can work with. We had a great opening show, or great opening card, but the rest of it was definitely not it. 23,000 fans. We're definitely not. WCW only had 25,000. Get Schooled is great. We can potentially use that on someone right away. Alright, so Cope wants a Fatu rematch. And Rowan already isn't here. So that's unfortunate. I wonder if Mr. Halliburton's there. We'll let him go if he's already peed off. No point of keeping him. He might not be there, but Mr. Shaquille O'Neal is there. And I think we sign him. I'll sign him for 10 weeks. 5 out of 5 promo skills. That's awesome. Let's buy the concert hall. Upgrades, get some more money flowing in. Now our Get Schooled card. Do we run it? We could run it on Shaquille. Already start boosting his stats up. Because that's great. We can run a match with Shaquille and JD McDonough. That'd be awesome. We have a lot of level 5s. So I definitely don't want to use it on a level 10 or higher. Cope could probably be a good one. But let's give it to, yeah, let's give it to Cope. See if he goes up to level 10, and he does. So that's awesome. And let's, oh yes. Can't use it before PLE. So, he has a new perk, and basic morale, and basic stamina. We're gonna do basic morale. We'll try to keep him as happy as long as we can. So, we're gonna run another triple threat. Let's see. Maybe we can toss in JD McDonough in there. Let's see about that. We'll have to put the title in, make Cope a little more happier. Let's do an Extreme Rules match. Hopefully that gives us a decent rating. Let's go, maybe do a training. That's 5K. We can do it on Shaq. His promo skills 5 out of 5. So that's great. So that should be able to help us out. We'll let Tony Storm and Maurice fight again. That should go to 3 stars. And I think we put Hank and Tank in another title match. But we're going to do Julius and Brutus because that's the tag team I would like to keep for now. And let's run... yeah, let's go with the tables match. So at least a little something extra. We got our triple threat, our singles. Let's run a fatal 4-way. Let's not run a fatal 4-way. We'll keep that. We'll make a one-on-one match with Oba and Chad Gable, which kind of sucks because they're both heels. But once that rivalry is gone and settled, it should be alright. Spears and Uncle Howdy will probably be our pay-per-view match. Let's call out... yeah, let's do a call out with those two instead. Omos and Dragon Lee we'll put there. Let's do call out. Uncle Howdy will call out Spears. Training there. Britt, yeah, let's get Britt to call out Kiana. That's no problem. So we'll do that. And let's do a promo for Scarlett again. She's not having it. Hopefully if I put her in the PLE event, it boosts up her morale a little bit. If not, we'll have to find out. It's unfortunate. So JD McDonough takes the belt. in a 4-star match. So we're starting to see improvements, which is great. Tony Storm and Maurice. Maurice wins with a 2-star match, unfortunately. Ring XP 5 on Shaq. It's not too shabby. Omos and Dragon Lee. Omos takes it and completes the rivalry. Wasn't expecting that, but we'll take a 3.5-star match. Their rivalry grows. Oba and Chad, probably 2.5-star. 2-star. Their rivalry is complete, so at least that's out of the way. Scarlett's popularity goes up 5 in her tag team main event. Let's see who takes the belts. And Hank and Tank keep their belts in a 3.5-star match. Not too bad. So let's skip the rest of these guys out. And let's see how our show compared to the rest. WCW definitely had a night for themselves. We didn't have the greatest, but 61,000 fans isn't too bad. Raw, of course, is running away with all of the fans. But we get a card. So we're definitely falling behind. We're 42,000 fans away from first, which is definitely quite a bit. Kiana wants to stay for 25,000. That's not too bad. 42,000 for 10 weeks is awesome, and she's nice and happy. JD's under 40, so we'll let him take a break. Our morale's looking great for some of us. And Jacob Fatu and JD McDonough. So let's see how that works out. They got 3 weeks, so we can run that after. Let's get Scarlett. Even Indy is not too happy, which is unfortunate. Yeah. Let's do Fatu and Cope. Their energy is definitely running away with it. Let's just do a tables match. Oh no, we wanted to do Uncle Howdy. That's who we wanted to do. Uncle Howdy, Sean Spears. Let's run an Extreme Rules match. A self promo maybe for Tony. Let's give that to Tony. And our main event, the 25 popularity would be lovely to win. So if we can at least get a couple guys winning that, let's give it to Chad Gable. Chad Gable, Scarlett. Hopefully one of those two can win one of them. 20 grand for a pay-per-view. Scarlett, Becky, Cora, and Lyra. Hopefully Scarlett can win. And she does not, unfortunately, which is definitely unfortunate. Let's see how Uncle Howdy and Sean does. Maybe the rivalry will settle. 3.5-star, definitely not the greatest. Tony with 5 popularity, which is great. Let's see how the rest of the show goes. Yeah, 5.5. Oh, didn't mean to simulate the rest of it. But we did not win our tag team either, so we did not get any of our popularity, which is definitely unfortunate. SmackDown getting 2 cards. Definitely going to help them out. 95,000 fans, not terrible. Not the greatest, but could have been better. A To the Moon card is definitely something we can use, though. Something nice. We're definitely still last place. No doubt about that. Definitely need a major comeback. Do we have anyone that is pretty upset right now? We could try to trade Indy away, maybe for another female of a specialist. Becky's really angry right now. Zoe Starks is there. Could try to trade, see if that helps us at all, but more than likely not. Gender, let's see. It's hard because like you don't want to take Ivy Nile would work if we had factions. Factions would be great to have in GM mode, but they don't. Um, Lash and Jakara they have, so that's a tag team and a half there. Wendy and Lash would be nice to have. We can maybe make something work out here. Where is Lash? We can maybe try to make something work here. Hopefully, maybe not. Scarlet Staminosaurus 81 and the ring level's 15, so I don't want to lose her. But we might have to. Let's try to see what they say on this. No, figured it wasn't going to be close. 90. Let's see if we can get 40,000. No. One more try. We'll go 25. If not, we'll skip. No, so we're just going to skip and see what they offer us in return. See, Becky Lynch pretty much straight up for Scarlet and Indy, but she's super upset. Becky would be a great person to have. Her morale's not there though. We're gonna decline. See what else is on the board. Ivy for Scarlet. Ivy and 84,000 for Scarlet. It'd be nice. Another part of American Made. But like once again, the factions aren't a thing here. So I'm gonna decline that. And let's see what WC. There's a tag team. We lose a big chunk of our women, but in return lose a good chunk of change too, which sucks because you can't alter the trade. But we could have another tag team. We could try that. Let's take it. Let's get Chase U here. Chase University. It's a chunk of change to lose, but it is what it is. We kind of needed it. They have to sit out the show. Let's see, most of their stamina. Um, let's do the training with Gable for that. Yeah, Miss Elizabeth. Omos wants to go against Tank and Cope. Let's make them happy. We definitely don't want to piece them off. And they're alright. So, Champions Revolve. Both gain, but we don't have a female champion, which is unfortunate. I don't like the show with GM interference, grant a power card. I could run that. I could sign a couple jobbers, have a crappy match in the middle, and keep getting power cards. I think we're going to take that. We'll run the next 5 shows with a couple jobbers. But we will end it off there, and we'll get to you in the next episode. Peace.